Pennsylvania, Jokob Anderson. Next on the tee, Camden Zokolius.
That's one.
As you guys can tell, it's just a tad bit windy here today.
Or you're just a tad bit nervous.
It is sweating at this point. Oh, what a goal.
Nice shot.
Home team hoops.
One.
Can't have slope.
Oh, this kid. I'm trying to cheat on the first hole.
It's actually always completely level.
You seriously use slope?
No, it's a new thing.
Then how'd you know it's level?
Because I had it on, and then Jacob said it, and I switched it off. We got the Junior University Scouts on the top of the hill. Went out for the vlog. Got 116 here. Gonna try to flight this down just a tad. Try to pull it back. Down.
Nice shot. Hurts the flag if anyone wanted to know that. So club selection 60 degree with 8 degrees of bounce.
He's hitting a 6-iron here. 93 yards. Definitely an attack position. This looks good. It's a tad left. Very playable shot. It's a legit look at birdie.
You can take it out.
Jokob Anderson here faces slightly uphill, slightly left to right according to my notes. Very makeable putt here. Oh, he had the line, left it a tad short.
No words.
You're good.
Alright. Pick him up.
Yep.
Mr. Zokolius offers a good for good. All square through one.
Yeah, just go twice.
He has a 3-iron here on the par 4, number 2. Tricky shot here, tricky shot. Oh no, that is a thin. Blimey. That's in the drink. Advantage Zokolius. The shorter hitter Cade has a hybrid out. Just looking for the fairway here. Down the right hand side of the fairway, this should be good.
That's a really big number. 238.
Jacob's in the drop zone after his first shot in the drink. Bold play here with the 3-iron, trying to get it all back. Water all down the right hand side. He must miss left, if anything. This is right at the pin. A little low. If he gets a good roll, this should play.
That might be in the water.
This is left of the pin. He's hopped on, taking a roll.
Not bad. Not bad.
Average shot here. After a ruling here, Mr. Anderson is not in the hazard. He does have a tough lie, approximately 35 yards out. Anything on the green is good. Oh, this is hot. This is in the bunker over the green. Very tricky shot, unfortunate circumstance. Mr. Anderson in trouble. It appears he has given up on the hole. And Mr. Zakolius just putted for fun. Match! Mr. Zakolius, 1 up through 2. 141 yards to the center of the green here. Center pin. Wind in his face. This will be playing at least a club longer. This is right of the pin and it's turning right.
Just over the bunker on the right.
Just over bunker on the right. This is left of the green and turning left. He does not like it. And it appears he has caught the bunker.
Hey, your ball's back here.
That is not the ideal lie for Mr. Zakolius. Tricky shots here. The green runs away from him. This will put all of his short game work to the test. This has come out high and soft to the left.
Alright, not bad, not bad.
Leaves some to be desired. Mr. Anderson is hole high. Much easier shot than his opponent. Looking to stick this one close.
Sit down.
This one's come out hotter than he expected. He has an uphill right to left par putt. Does not come down the way he expects.
That's good.
It's an okay bogey. About 12 feet before his par. And to set the match back to all square. Getting a real good look at this one. Very critical putt early on in the match. Can swing the momentum back in his direction. Oh, he had the line but left it short. Match! Zakolius up 1 through 3. This is pipes down the left-hand side. This is popped up down the center. Not great contact, but it's in the fairway. He'll take it. 151 yards to a center left pin. Very gettable hole location. This is low and left. He's looking for a kick off the mound. And it appears it is a little long. A little back left off the green. Okay shot. Mr. Zakolius has a much tougher angle. Look for him to bail out to the right hand side of the green. This looks good. Left to right, drawing back. A tad long, but he'll have an uphill birdie
I have a
putt.
question for all the viewers out there. Where was this in August, September, and October?
Let's ask Mr. Zakolius. Where was this in August, September, and October?
Just check my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Story should be up by the end of the video. That's all I can say.
Mr. Anderson electing to putt this out of the first cut.
Choosing to leave this one in, it might be coming in hot. Let off our ridge a little bit.
This is way right. Coming back down the hill. Pace looks good. Could this be? Oh, very good effort. This skirts by 3 feet. He will have a bit of a tester for par. This is an uphill, right to left, birdie putt to win the hole.
Did not hit it.
He didn't want it. Left it short. This will leave Mr. Anderson with a critical par putt to keep the match 1 down. Look for this putt to break a tad right. Oh, he's pushed it. That will increase Mr. Zakolius' lead to 2 up through 4. Here we are at the blind par 5 fifth. This is a scoring hole. Look for players today to take it over the right hand side of the pine trees. This is a tad right and drawing right. It'll be close, ladies and gentlemen. This may be out of bounds, but I think he's okay. Wind in his face here. He'll have to take a more conservative line. Oh, it's conservative. And it appears Mr. Zikolius,
That's in the fairway, everyone. That's in the fairway. Don't worry about it, okay?
Mr. Anderson has resorted to making fun of himself to feel better about his poor game. This is the provisional for Mr. Zikolius. Much better. After a poor drive, Mr. Anderson has a long way for his second shot. It appears he's chunked it, but he's chunked it in the middle of the fairway. This will play just fine. Mr. Zikolius is in a pickle here. He's gonna have to go just over this out of bounds stake in front of him. Hard wind right to left. Tricky shot here. Oh, he's tried to hook it. Unfortunately for him, it's not hooking. This is going to be dangerously close to the hazard down the left. 123 yards to this back left pin. Very accessible hole location. Slight wind in his face. This is down the right hand side, trying to draw back. It's not quite. It has caught the piece of the green, but you have a long birdie putt. 85 yards here from Mr. Zikolius, in prime position, although he was close to the hazard. Let's see what he can do. This is just right at the pin. About hole high. Good effort. You have a slight downhill birdie putt. Mr. Anderson has a long way for his birdie putt. 55 and 2 inches. You should see it start turning right to left now. He doesn't like it, but it's okay. It's okay from that distance. Very tricky putt. Mr. Zikolius now. Look for this putt to break hard left to right.
He killed it.
Oh, a bit too much pace. Very good line. Jason now with a critical right to left par putt. Beautiful. Well done. Mr. Zikolius now to keep the match 2 up. Well done. Match Zikolius 2 up through 5. The players today will be looking for approximately a 210-yard shot between the bunkers. This is right and hooking right. Ooh, tough one right next to the cart path. This is low and skanky, but it is bounced up in the fairway. He'll have a mile to go for his approach shot, but it's okay considering the circumstances. He has 169 yards to a front pin. The wind is swirling here on the par 4 6th. Very critical shot to keep the match close. This is right at the pin. I'm not sure about the contact. Yes, it's a little short and it's rolled back down the hill. 132 yards here on an awkward stance downhill. He's really gonna have to stay down and get this one. This is right at the pin, and it is also short. This one did not even make the fairway. He stayed in the rough. Mr. Zircolius is getting a view of the pin. This is a tricky pin with a backstop behind it. He's going for the high approach. It's a tad right and it's kicked right. It's on the mound. Let's see if it comes back. Oh, it's trickling back a little. At this point in the match, Mr. Anderson must hit this one close to keep it competitive. This looks good. It's rolled past the hole a little bit. It's trying to come back, but not quite. He's asking for it to go. But alas, it was not meant to be. He will have to make a tricky downhill putt to keep the match close. Here we see use of a new camera angle, courtesy of EQT Enterprises. Oh, burns the edge. He will be disappointed with that one. Jokob Anderson with the chance to steal one from Mr. Zircolius. Let's check in with our EQT camera angle. Oh, he's done the unthinkable. A hard lip out at the most inopportune time. It appears as though Mr. Zircolius has offered to pick him up. When they were left with each with 3 feet, this could have gotten hairy. But no, Mr. Zircolius said enough is enough. Let's go to number 7. Match. Zircolius 2 up through 6. This is an interesting play for Mr. Zircolius. This is their typical risk-reward par 4. With Mr. Zircolius in the driver's seat, I'm questioning his thought process here with driver, but it must be a club he's very comfortable with. Look for him to cut the corner over the left-hand side, but risk the out-of-bounds markers on the left. This is right, hooking right, probably in the fairway, just further from the green. This is okay, that's a good miss. This is a much more predictable play for Mr. Anderson. 2 down with 3 to go. His hand is forced here. He absolutely must take it over the left-hand side. And so he has. This should be very good. Cutting softly over the corner. Wind in his face. I'd expect this to be in the fairway, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Zircolius has 172 yards to the pin. Back left on the green. Lots of wind in his face. This is playing easily 190 yards. This is at the pin, turning right towards the center of the green. This has hit the back of the green and rolled off. Oh, just a little too much club, kept it a little too low. The door is slightly ajar for Mr. Anderson. 123 yards for Mr. Anderson. This is imperative. He hits the green to try to take one away from Cade. Oh, it's left. And the howling wind has taken us further left. Over the bunker. This will be a tricky up and down in a critical time. This is not where Mr. Anderson wants it to be. The green falls away from him hard, and he is well above the hole. Anything within 5 feet would be excellent. And he's whacked it way too far. He'll have easily 25 or 30 feet for his par, and you'll have to make that. With the pressure relieved, Mr. Zircolius needs to get up and down to put Jokob Anderson and Dormy. Oh no! He has blasted this one over as well. This could be the match. Flat putt, left to right a little. Let's see if he can make it. This has a chance. Oh, too hard. Mr. Zircolius now. This is to win the match. The putt looks good. Oh, blimey.
That's good.
It is given to him by Mr. Anderson. Jokob Anderson must make this to stay alive in the match. Oh, what a heartbreaking way to end it. And his dreams are over. Just like that, Camden Zokolia wins 3-2.
I'm gonna get another day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check in now with Rocco Scallop for the post-round interview.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. I'm here with the winner of the battle today, Mr. Camden Zokolia. Camden, how do you feel after your big victory today?
You know, I don't really feel much right now. Just, you know, coming in, expecting to win, and that's what happened.
All right. Well, I'm here with the loser as well, Mr. Jokob Anderson. You know, after your week of kidney stones, how did it feel to come back out today?
Oh, it's great coming here, but isn't it April right now? So yeah, we'll see what happens come August.
Oh yes, very true. Mr. Camden, how does it feel to just been roasted by Jokob because you are known to only be able to play in April?
Yeah, I know that's, you know, how things have been, but, you know, this year's going to be different. And Jokob, you know, I think he's 0-4 so far this year. Stay tuned. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I actually will be posting every single time this year I play Jokob. And Nick Casario, if you follow him, I'm sure you can link him below in the description. I think that video may be coming sometime next week. Cannot promise that, but I'll have to check with my producer who's behind the camera right now. So, thanks.
All right, thank you. That will be it for today.
Next match is in 1 week from today.
All right, you heard it here.
Boy.
Today, folks.